You can't really repair somebody's credit properly unless you understand what rehab programs are and how to help your client get one. They're very simple to do once you know about them. But a lot of people just don't know about them. That's the biggest problem. They don't know how to get out of default. They just feel like they're stuck. They owe all this money, they're in default, and they don't and can't figure out a way to get out of it. So you as the professional will be able to guide them out of that, and it will be a part of the action plan. So anytime they have a defaulted student loan, and that's anything that's any defaulted status, is going to show a balance owed, and it's going to show the permanently assigned to government. So they're very easy to recognize. So again, it's going to show permanently assigned to government, some type of collection account, and it's going to have a balance. There will be multiple student loans for the most part. Sometimes, only 3 or 4, and it could be 10 or 15 of them. And they can all be in default. Okay, so now a lot of people try to just dispute these. I've noticed on social media when I see everybody talking about it, they're all, oh, look, I got rid of a collection student loan, I got it deleted. It's not that they're hard to get deleted, it's that you don't want to do that because it's not helping your client. It's not in your client's best interest to delete a defaulted student loan. It's in their best interest for you to give them the proper advice and do a rehab program on that loan. Okay, so there's 3 ways that you can get out of default. Number 1 is they can repay the loan in full or settle it to get it out of default. Now, that is not the way that I would recommend, only because now it's going to show as a paid collection. You're not going to be able to get rid of that collection information off of their credit report. Okay, so that's the number 1 way that you can do it. Again, not the way that I recommend, unless that's just what they want to do. Second is a rehab program. This is the way that I recommend at all the time. If they have a whole bunch of student loans in default, I absolutely have them do a rehab program. Okay, a rehab program is very, very simple. They're going to call the servicer, whether that be Navient, Nelnet, U.S. Department of Education. They're going to call the servicer and they are going to ask them for a rehab program. The servicer is going to tell them this loan is no longer with us, it's with a collection agency. This is the collection agency that it's with, and they're going to direct them there. They're going to give them the phone number and contact information for that collection agency. Then they will call the collection agency and do exactly the same thing. Hi, this is so-and-so, and I would like to rehabilitate my student loans that are in default. They will set them up for a rehab program. A rehab program takes 9 months to complete. Okay, so they make 9 on-time payments to the collection agency. Once those 9 on-time payments have been made, they will be out of default. That will revert back to the original servicer, and their loan will be in good standing. Okay, it's $5 a month is generally what the rehab payment will be. Very inexpensive, it's very easy to do, but they cannot miss it. Okay, they cannot be late on their $5 payment. They can't miss a payment or they're out of it. You only get 1 shot at rehab. So if you mess it up, if you do a rehabilitation program and your client messes it up and they go back into default, they cannot do it again. That is important for them to know. This is a one-time out, okay, from that. What happens after that is that the default status and all of the collection information is going to be removed after they complete it. Okay, this is where it comes in for the credit repair. All of those student loans that showed collection, say there's 12 of them or 15 of them, every one of those will be deleted off of their credit report. It will now go back to the original servicer. It will show as if it's been paid on time, or not on time, but been paid from the moment that they actually got the loan and has never been in collection. What will still show are the late payments that led up to that default. All right. And those are probably going to be years old. You really don't have to worry about them. I never worry about those late payments. They're not a real concern to me. You're going to get rid of all of the collection information. Okay. Third way that you can get a loan out of default is through a loan consolidation. Okay. That you have to make 3 payments on it, I believe, prior to being able to do a new direct loan consolidation. This is not what I would recommend. They have to make 3 consecutive voluntary on-time full monthly payments on the defaulted loan before they're eligible to consolidate it. So for 6 more months, they're going to get rid of all of that negative information. Whereas on a consolidation, they're not. It's just going to show up as a paid collection. Okay. And so I personally don't recommend that. I never have my clients do that. And unless there's some type of special circumstance, like they're trying to get a loan or something that house that they've built, and this has to happen over a certain amount of time period, and it's not really a credit score issue, more of a debt to income issue, then possibly you would do it for that. But for the most part, a rehab program is going to be your go-to every single time. There was one more thing that I wanted to talk about on the rehab program is I believe if they're garnishing, I believe after the 5th month of the rehab program, you can get the garnishment to stop. Okay, but do know that will be together. Like if you're doing a rehab program and they're garnished at the same time, the garnishment will continue until they've made 5 of the $5 payments. Okay. And you can also get rid of the tax offset. You only get so many deferments and so many forbearances over the life of your student loan.